Hi, this is Dale Troy. I'm a college success coach. I'm really happy to be here for the Family Connection Group Challenge group, actually. And this is my first time. I am a founder and member, obviously. And I am really excited to be here because I'm going to be here every single month, giving you some tips on how to help prepare your child for success now and into college and beyond, in life, really, in general. As I said, I'm a college success coach, which means I help students learn the skills they need to be successful in college and beyond. They're all really life skills. And today, I thought it would be so useful for everyone, no matter what age child you have, to talk about what you can do as a parent to help your child succeed as an online learner, because this is all new for everyone. I've worked with many college students who are struggling with it, but high school students as well. And even if you have younger kids, this online concept is not very comfortable for many students. In fact, even students who have traditionally gotten all A's, I've heard many stories where all of a sudden they're failing classes, and it's not because they're not smart, and it's not because they're not trying. It's just that the new structure is difficult for them. So I want to give you a few ideas that maybe you haven't thought of, or maybe you could just work on, focus on, that hopefully will help your child do better. So the first one, I hope you've worked on already, but I want to talk a little bit about setting up the environment. Now that we're doing school from home, the ideal situation is to have a desk for your child where they can work at, rather than having them work on their bed or on the floor or something. An actual desk, a quiet space where they aren't going to get distracted, and to have them turn off everything that they don't need to have. So their phone ideally should not even be with them at the desk. You want them to feel like they're going to school. You want to replicate a school environment as much as possible. In addition, make sure it's other than quiet. Make sure it's not cluttered. Make sure that they can really feel like what it would be like in school. As you know, if they're sitting at a desk in school, it's not covered with all sorts of papers and pictures and so forth, and food. And so set them up so that they feel like they're in a school environment, that it's their space. Maybe even let them decorate it in a way that will make them feel happy. So that's the first one. The second one, super important, is to create a real structure. Again, make it feel like school. I am a huge fan of using a planner, which is essentially a calendar with the days and the times, so that you can see it. It's like actually I should show you. This is not like the best one, but give you some idea the way mine looks. So I have times going down here, and the days are going this way. And once you have a planner, they can make little blocks of each class that they have to be in, when they're going to study, even when they're going to eat and when they're going to exercise. If they start to feel like they have an actual structure for the day, they're going to feel it just makes you feel better, makes you feel less stressed. It makes you just feel like you have more control over what's going on in the day. So I would, if you're not using a planner already, I would really recommend that you get one and have your child, make it fun. Use different colors, use different kinds of markers, make, even little stickers, but make it so that they have something to look at. They know, like, when the class is online that they have to be at. They know when their assignments are due and when they need to get everything done. and give them some responsibility for that. If they start working with a planner now, it's going to be so much easier when they get to college, because the number one struggle for freshmen in college is managing their time. So if you can get your child now to be able to create their own schedule with planner and really use their time well and understand, how to fit in everything that they need to do, then they'll be really in good shape for college. Now, the third thing I wanted to mention is how to study. It's very difficult for students to just sit at a desk for hours on end, whether they're doing a Zoom class or they're learning on their own. Their attention span is just not that long. So if you see that your child's having a problem with that and procrastinating or just looking very tired and not getting anything done, I suggest that you try something like the Pomodoro method. You may have heard of that. The Pomodoro method concept is study for a block of time and then take a short break. It allows your mind to, kind of relax for a little bit and then go back to focusing, because as I said, it's hard for many students to focus for a long period of time. It doesn't matter whether they have diagnosed attention deficit or not. A typical child or young adult is not likely to be productive for hours on end. A typical Pomodoro method structure is to study for 25 to 30 minutes and really focus and really getting something done, and then take a 5 or 10 minute break. And the 5 or 10 minute break ideally should be get up from your seat, maybe get a snack or a drink of water, use the bathroom, go outside, get some sun, walk around the block if your child needs more exercise, but just take a break and relax a little bit. And then come back again and for another 25 or 30 minute session. Clearly, if they're in the middle of maybe writing a paper or doing a research project and the 25-minute alarm bell goes off and they're still really focused, they don't need to stop. That's okay. But the idea is that they know they're not going to be sitting there for 3 hours at a time, that they can have breaks. And for many students, that method of studying works so well, and you'll see a big difference. So I hope you'll try that if that seems appropriate for your child, or even if you don't know necessarily whether it will work, just give it a try. See what happens. Everyone's going to react differently, but I've seen many cases where that really helps kids feel more productive and just feel happier about studying, because they know that it's not 3 hours of sitting in one place. It's they get to take breaks in between. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, just one more thing. The last thing I wanted to mention is asking for help. I know that many of you parents are going to be there with your kids while they're working, but I think it's really important for them to start to get a sense of when they actually need more help than just you answering a quick question for them. If they're starting to struggle with a topic, they don't understand the assignment, or they don't understand the concept that they've been taught, they should start to reach out to the teacher, the professor, and make it their responsibility to ask for help. I've seen so many cases where kids don't want to ask for help because they think that means that they're not smart, or they're embarrassed, or they're just uncomfortable asking the teacher. But I will tell you that if you can get them to do that now, again, that will be really, really, really helpful when they get to college, because so many students struggle unnecessarily because they don't want to raise their hand and make it known that they don't understand something, or they don't want to make an appointment with a professor during their office hours because they're just too embarrassed. But make it clear to your child that this is all a learning experience and they're not supposed to know everything. And the teachers are there to help them. That's their role. So if you can get them to really realize that and to reach out when they need help before it's a crisis situation, before they start to fail a test, let them realize that reaching out is a good thing. It's all learning. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to ask questions because that is the whole process of learning. So I hope these 4 tips have been helpful. Again, it was setting up your environment, creating a structure for your day with a planner, using the Pomodoro method for studying, and making sure your child reaches out for help. I hope those are all helpful. I'd love to hear actually if you try any of them and what your experience is, because that will help me too learn something. And I will be coming in here once a month to give you some other kinds of tips and ideas on how to help your child be a great student and all these other things related to college life that I know a lot about. I didn't tell you in the beginning that I am the mom of 3 daughters who graduated from Yale. I also went to Yale and Yale Law School. So I have a lot of experience with the college, what it takes to be a good college student. I'm also a certified health coach, and I will get into later a lot about healthy habits and how that affects how you function in college as well. So I hope you have a good day, and I look forward to talking to you again. If you want to reach out to me, there's information on this page. My website is crushcollegestress.com, and you can reach out to me that way. You can also download my free guide, which is called 6 Secrets to a Successful First Year of College. I hope you do that, and if you do that, you'll get on my mailing list and you'll get lots of other information weekly. So thank you again, and